Hello and welcome back to Europe 1100, and we're here attempting to take one of the final towns on the Italian mainland, I guess you could kind of call it, because otherwise we're going to have to go over to the desert regions, and well, that might be a little bit awkward. Anyway, this is where we are. Hopefully we're going to be able to achieve victory here. I did allow a couple of our vassals to leave my army for a very specific reason, of course, because I have noticed that the Sicilians are consistently recruiting a bunch of mercenaries. And obviously, if we want to try to quell their numbers as much as we can, we do need to allow some of our vassals to roam around and do a little bit of housekeeping here and there. So hopefully they're going to end up doing that. We did bombard the walls here. As you can see, they are all destroyed, as you may indeed want them to be, and hopefully we're going to be okay here. The problem with it, however, is that I'm not sure if I can get my horse up here. Can I? Oh, I can. Oh, that's actually pretty fantastic. Now we can just hopefully not die, because let's face it, there's a lot of enemies here that have, oh yeah, very, very damaging crossbows, as you can see. Alright. Oh, hello. Oh no, this is bad. Oh dear. Am I dead? Almost. I would have died there if they hadn't hit me in the leg or something. I'm pretty sure I would have died there. Anyway. We are now behind enemy lines, which is obviously what you got to do. You need to be a bit quick. You need to be a bit quick to get behind there, because otherwise they're just going to, well, it's going to be very difficult to get inside. Let's just say that. And hopefully I'm not going to get shot here. I don't really want to be in this position. I kind of want to go here, but I also kind of don't. Oh, this is a pretty harsh place to be by the looks of things. This is not really looking too good for me right now, is it? Actually, not too bad, not too bad. We're actually doing quite a bit of damage. My forces are, for some... Wait a minute, I need to tell them to charge, don't I? Yeah, I need to tell them to charge. That is a huge mistake on my part that I haven't done that yet. Because we really don't want them to be on the trebuchets or anything like that. We just want them to go straight in, hyper-aggressive. That's what we want. You know, that's what we want them to do. So now, here's the thing. These guys are not even shooting at any of my forces, so I don't even need to come all the way over here. Basically, I need to show myself to be a bit more of a threat to these guys, I guess. And hopefully that's going to work out. Oh no, this is bad. Oh yeah, I knew that was going to be a death right there. Alright, so Mengus is obviously available for us. Hopefully we're going to be able to do something with him. Let me just... Oh no, oh yeah, just get it. Why does he never have his shield out? He never has his shield out whenever I take control of him. It's really, really weird. Anyway, we've actually done a significant amount of damage so far. We've killed 172 of the enemy, so we... Oh. Well, apparently I got shot immediately upon going into the walls. Well, that's not particularly pleasant, is it? But, you know, what can you do? Anyway, this fellow is only an archer. He doesn't have any shields whatsoever. Oh, nice! Never mind, I say only an archer, but he seems to be very deadly being one of those, so I'm very pleased. I'm very, very pleased with that indeed. Now, if we can just make sure that we can deal some damage here and there, I will be even more pleased. Oh dear. Oh no. Okay, yeah, so we've got another batch of my forces coming in here. But the problem with that is that they don't seem to be particularly good. Yeah, they seem to be a little bit, I don't know, low tier potentially. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with that, but if we can just get these guys out the way, I will be very, very pleased about that. There we go. And now we can hopefully do some damage to the crossbowman as well. Wow, Vioshen is actually really remarkably quite good. Unfortunately, we just continually get shot by these people because look at this guy. Look at what he's doing right now. I told all my people to charge in, didn't I? So why are these fellows on the trebuchets? That is a huge waste of our manpower. It is really, really bad for us to be on these. Oh well, never mind. I mean, we can't really do much about that. We are dramatically winning in terms of the kill-death ratio, so we shouldn't really worry about that too much, but I still find that quite amazing. That even though I have told them to charge, they are still doing that thing. Maybe the orders get reset when I die. Would that be the case? Let me actually just tell them to charge once again, just to make sure that that's actually working. I don't know, maybe it is, as I said, and maybe they do get reset. You know, maybe the orders are just, you know, completely wiped whenever the character that gave them is dead. I wouldn't be surprised if that is indeed the case. But whatever the case, we now actually get the opportunity to play as Urian, who is, of course, our spouse, and he seems to be quite damaging. Pretty fun. Pretty fun to play as. Maybe not as amazing as Mengus, but, you know, that's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. There we go. Oh, a wonderful slash to the head is always a wonderful solution to many a problem. And maybe I will be able to continue problem solving behind the enemy's lines here. He has extremely limited athletic skill, and our character as well doesn't have particularly good athletic skill either. So any of our children probably not going to be working out too well in terms of our speed on foot. Yeah, they're going to be pretty slow. Yeah, we probably need to maybe do something about that when we actually take over as one of them. And that's actually not that far away, surprisingly enough, either. You've got to bear in mind that, you know, a lot of time has passed since Borgar's demise. And there have been a couple of comments about forcefully retiring our main character and taking over as one of our heirs. And now that's the thing. I actually don't mind doing that. However, we currently cannot, because the heirs that we have available right now are all, I don't even know, 7 or 8 years old, and I don't know about you, but I don't really want to see them on the fields of battle. And there we have it. We managed to achieve victory. Unfortunately, the enemy did manage to escape quite dramatically, and that means, yeah, we're going to have to send some people in there. But that's okay, because as long as we get the victory, this is pretty much a foregone conclusion, so we really don't have to worry about that too much. However, I feel like, wait a minute, did we have someone actually die? Did Mengus die? I'm kind of worried about that now, because I'm thinking to myself, did he actually die? I don't know. He was one of our party leaders. So we're going to have to take a look at that in just a second, because I'm actually kind of worried about that now, because he was one of our most powerful... No, he is actually still alive. There we go. He's fine. Okay, because for some reason I only saw Euthus here. I only saw her in my army when we left the siege, and I was thinking to myself, okay, please don't let that be a big problem. But no, it seems to have worked out quite nicely. Anyway, I'm not entirely sure who to give this to. I was actually kind of thinking that maybe I would give this to myself, and then maybe give it to Mengus if we make him into a vassal. I think that would actually be a pretty cool thing to do. I don't know, I think that's a pretty cool thing to do at least. Anyway, so let's actually go over here. We'll tackle these guys, hopefully. Oh, Are you joking? Yeah, they're not joking. They're not joking. No, not at all. All right, so let me actually just dismiss her from the army real quick. And can we get? Oh, yeah, it's because we got so many prisoners. That's the main problem here. But of course, I have to have the prisoners if I want to convert them to my side. That's something that you've got to bear in mind here. You know, I just want you to know that generally the reason why I have so many prisoners right now is because we want to convert them as much as possible. So if we, put them into our prisons in the various towns and castles and so on, we're not actually going to get the opportunity to convert them, and as a result then increase our own combat strength over time. So that's the main reason why I'm being a little bit stubborn about keeping them with me. But of course, the problem with doing that is that it is indeed slowing me down by a pretty dramatic margin. So, bit of a double-edged sword right there. But let me just have a look-see here. Okay, so we're moving at 4.0. They're moving at 4.1. So they are, yeah, inherently faster. So that's not particularly good, is it? So let me see here. What is actually slowing me down right now? Let me actually have a look. Okay, so herd is actually giving us a bit of a problem too, because we have just too many horses. So let's sell a couple of horses. Sell some more horses. Sell some more horses, because apparently that is still affecting me, surprisingly enough. Okay, there we go. We've sold enough now. There we are. Wonderful. And yeah, so you can see here that prisoners are slowing me down by 0.31. Nighttime obviously slowing us down, but we do have Night Runner, so it's okay, I guess. But, you know, maybe we want to, I don't know, maybe we want to respec that or something. I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, let's just go and sell some of these things just to get some extra cash. And wow, this basically, yeah, it has no food. Of course it doesn't have any food. It has animals, but that's basically it. All right, now maybe we're going to be fast enough. We're running at 3.6. I don't think so. Oh, I need to resolve the owner. Oh, yes, of course I do. I'm going to be voting for myself here. And obviously, again, there's a very good reason for doing this. I want to create a vassal, another vassal in Mengus. And we will be able to do that once we have taken an additional fief, which is what we just did. So that's fantastic. And so this nearby castle is also going to go to him. And I think that's pretty cool. I like that quite a bit. So anyway, we've got a bunch of banners here as well. Do we have everyone equipped with a banner? Yeah, everyone is actually equipped with a banner, surprisingly enough. We've got increased troop movement speed on our own character here. Do we want to increase our melee damage? Maybe we want to increase our melee damage a little bit more. Decrease melee damage taken. Decrease melee damage taken. Decrease range penalties. That's actually better. There we go. Increased damage against mounted troops. What's this? Increased range damage by 6%. He is the archer, so that makes the most sense. Alright, well, that's perfectly fine. And, oh yeah, I actually wanted to do something. There was a very specific reason why I was going into my inventory right here, because I wanted to re-equip this, because this, in my opinion, is much better for cavalry-focused battles. And as you can no doubt tell, we were actually doing pretty good behind the walls of that siege with the shorter polearm. So I'm pretty happy with our weapon selection at the moment, but maybe what we need to do is just something a little bit different. Something a little bit different. And I'm thinking maybe what I'll do is create maybe like a, I don't know, maybe like a thrusting polearm, like a really good thrusting polearm or something like that. I'm not entirely sure, of course, just yet, but I'm thinking that might be quite fun. Anyway, we're just going to put these guys as a loose formation here. This particular person has no idea what they're doing, and they are literally just going to get murdered. Yep, there it is. Is that reminiscent of anyone? Me? Yes. Yes, it is. It is very reminiscent of me and what I do every single time. Yeah, let's not hark on about that, shall we? Anyway, let me just make sure that my infantry are actually working quite well here. Let's move my cavalry in here. Tell them to charge in. Tell these guys to charge in as well. And hopefully we're going to get a nice... Well, this is actually going to be a very, very nice pincer movement. We might be able to collapse upon them from both sides if we can eliminate their cavalry relatively fast, which doesn't seem to be going too badly at the moment. And I mean, you can see here the exact reason why I would use this polearm over the other one, because we can literally just do so much damage with it from a significant distance as well. So we don't even need to get super close, and we can maybe increase the chances of me surviving, because, you know, that's been a bit of a problem situation for me, you know, where I've just consistently gotten myself killed. So would be maybe good to try to maximize my survival. But of course that could also be because we have been doing quite a lot of running in and getting shot in the face. And that's you know, that's my MO, isn't it? Yes, that is indeed what I do. Let me see if I can just eliminate some more of these guys. I think we're done, actually. I think that is literally it. Spin! I'm spinning. That's funny. Well, I think it's funny, at least. Anyway, there we go. We're done. That was a pretty decisive victory right there. And now we can actually move on to the castle nearby. Now, I should actually let you know as well, by the way, that the Sicilians have been dramatically asking for peace. They have been asking for peace pretty much every couple of days. I think so, at least. Every couple of days they've been asking. And I have just consistently said no, 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 over and over again. And that is the point. We kind of need to solidify this particular portion of territory before we decide to do anything else. Or maybe we don't at all. Maybe we just keep on going. Maybe we just keep on going and continue to attack the Sicilians as much as we possibly can. Because if we do that, then what we can do, hopefully, is maybe head on over to here and indeed take this territory too. Because then we're actually going to be a pretty, I don't know, maybe a pretty worthy adversary for one of the middle-sized factions. That may indeed be the case. Anyway, Roger Borza is right here. Maybe we can actually, yeah, there we go. We can get him into a battle as well. Not sure if I want to go into the battle itself. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. Let's actually just have a quick look here. Okay, wait a minute. Plus 50% recruitment rate for infantry prisoners, plus 50% recruitment rate for ranged prisoners. Whoa, okay, wait a minute. Oh, okay, both of these experience-based perks are kind of cool, but I think I'm going to take Trusted Commander, because plus 20% experience for troops when they are sent to confront the enemy, that is basically applicable to pretty much every single troop that I have, with the exception of archers, potentially. So I'm thinking we'll probably go for that. And we have, oh, look at this, we got an attribute point. Wow, that's remarkable. Usually we don't have one of those. I'm going to go for another point in social here because I want to make sure that we make it to 300 trade, even though at the moment I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm even going to be able to make it there. It feels to me like this is a completely uphill struggle, and I'm actually going to be speccing a focus point into engineering because, well, lo and behold, we do not have another person that can do it. And so I'm going to make our character the one that has to just have a middling amount of engineering skill, which is always very, very saddening to me. I always think to myself, oh yeah, it's very sad for us to only have, you know, 70 or so in engineering, or 50 in some cases. And otherwise we're just going to put our riders over here. Put these guys over there. And horse archers over here. Maybe we actually want to tell our horse archers to just charge in. I'm not entirely sure. Usually what they do is they just go around in circles and shoot, and maybe act as a bit of a distraction here and there. So it might be a good idea to, you know, maybe do that. But I'm just going to leave it for now, and we'll see what our archers can do. It seems like my infantry is not in a particularly good position, so I will have to move them a little bit. And then my archers will have to move a little bit closer just to get them on the hill there, so that they have somewhat line of sight. Yeah, maybe that's not going to be working out too well anyway. That guy actually managed to block that. Can you imagine? Blocking like that? He must have twisted his body like some kind of amazing contortionist. I might actually get killed here, in fact. Yeah, well, these guys are literally just going to get shredded. Because any single time, I don't know whether you've noticed this from my own experiences in the past, but any single time a cavalry charge... Why are my guys all the way over there? Do you see them? Why are they all the way over there? That is hilarious. Anyway, any single time a cavalry charge goes straight on into a massive number of archers, especially crossbowmen, they just get absolutely obliterated. And that has been happening quite a significant amount for me now as well. Going to tell my infantry to charge in too, because let's face it, we kind of need a bit of assistance here to distract the crossbowmen somewhat and to engage the enemy's spearmen so that they can stop being super defensive, and then our cavalry can stop getting murdered if they are indeed going to have that happen. Because let's face it, if there's a huge amount of them or enough of them, it's highly unlikely they will, but spears always have the capability to do this. Yes, to stop your mount from running along, and yeah, you kind of need to have someone distract them so that that doesn't happen. And in this case, our infantry are the ones to perform that distraction. I think we should be good. There you go, look at that, wow. Pretty crazy, but of course we do outnumber the opponent, and I believe we also out-level them in almost every respect, because we have a significant amount of tier 5, tier 6 cavalry, and we have a load of, I think we have a load of tier 4 infantry and archers. And bear in mind, in this mod, you can only get to tier 4 with the peasant upgrades. Anyway, we can just speed up the rest here, and the enemy's leader has finally perished. I can't believe how he took so long to get eliminated there, but there you go. We get another 16 renown. Not sure how easy it's going to be for me to get to clan tier 6, but it is going to be a long-fought struggle, in my opinion. I think I'm actually going to be taking this guy prisoner, even though I may want to try to persuade him in the future to join us. It is just not very lucrative at the moment for me to consider that, because if I do try to do that, it's going to be more of a case of, well, he's just going to continue attacking me. He's going to continue attacking me and being a nuisance in general. and I don't really want to have to deal with that. So that's the reason why I'm kind of making things a little bit easier for myself by just keeping him as a prisoner. And we're just going to be heading on in to this castle now, trying to besiege it. I'm not sure whether we should have recruited some more people into my army. Maybe it would have been a good idea. Where's the... Ah, there it is. Just going to build a bunch of trebuchets here. And, oh, a dealer. Are you serious right now? No, I'm going to have to leave this siege straight away. Can I make it? Oh, I didn't make it in time. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, well, never mind. Doesn't really matter because he, well, actually, she got taken prisoner. And we can now do something really, really good here. I'm going to take her prisoner just because I don't want them running around. I'm going to do that with him too. There we go. And there we go. We managed to rescue her. Oh, look at how many troops we have here. This is fantastic. This is exactly the kind of thing we want to see. Alright, so I'm actually going to be leveling up some more people here in the meantime. And then we're just going to be getting rid of the tier 3s, the mercenaries, the caravan guards, the armed traders, the various other people here that we don't necessarily need or want. And then we will be rescuing all of the highest tier. There we go. Should we take more? I guess, right? I guess. Shall we just take all of them and then just give them to our nearby person, Mengus, I guess? He's probably going to need those. So we might as well do that. But at least we've taken the highest tier into our own forces. Okay, there we go. Let's donate those. And let's make sure that they're all sorted adequately enough. There we go. And we can just give him a bunch. Oh, he's actually increased his renown by a dramatic margin. Look at that. That's pretty crazy. And we can now give him another 30 of these Hungarian archers. And bear in mind, he's obviously going to be sticking with me for the foreseeable future. Oh, I just made a huge error. Oh, God, that's really annoying, you know. That is actually super annoying. I'm not entirely sure if they're going to fix that in a future update. I hope they do, because it is absolutely insufferable for us to go through that every single time, where we literally have to quit out or reset because I can't take units from him. You know what I mean? I find that kind of weird, you know, because you should technically be able to take units away from people in your army if they are a part of your clan. I feel like that makes all the sense in the world, because if you're a clan leader, it stands to reason that they would be, well, under your command. So if you say to them, give me some of your units, then I would expect them to say, yes, no problem, you know, let's do that. But yeah, yeah, it's a bit funny, All right, so yeah, there's more peace agreements coming in, as you can quite clearly tell, and thankfully we now don't have any army barking at our doorstep right here, and hopefully we're going to have a couple of other armies coming over. I can only hope that my auto recruitment at Palermo is going to work out really, really well, but I have a bad feeling about that, to be honest. Okay, so let's actually just do this, there we go, because one of my trebuchets got destroyed because I wasn't paying attention, so that's great. And then we go, we'll just do this once again. We're going to have people continuing to escape from our party, because that's just how it is, you know. They are just generally going to escape quite often, and that's fine, because, I mean, to be fair, it's probably okay for us to allow some of them to escape anyway, because it does give us opportunities for renown farming and getting even more renown to make it easier for us to get to clan tier 6, because that is a grind. It is a huge grind for us to be able to do that. So anyway, the food situation is getting very dire inside the walls here, and their garrison is about to be destroyed. And their walls are not going to take that much longer either, so that's very nice. I'm just going to try to be a bit careful about Palermo here, because I'm a bit worried about it actually being taken back, because I don't know how many relatively decent vassals they still have around, and obviously if someone manages to escape, then, well, then all bets are off. Then they're going to have the opportunity to do whatever they want. Anyway, we're just going to tell our forces to charge straight on in, because I obviously neglected to do that last time, and hopefully this is going to give us a slightly better success rate. Yeah, this is... Oh, wow. Okay, I'm probably going to die. So I'm just going to run away. Just going to run straight away there, because there was a bunch of archers staring right at me, and I don't have my shield equipped, which I probably should, actually. It's hilarious. As soon as I get out my shield, they somehow all miss it, and they start hitting my mount. Yes, it's always very supernaturally good of them, isn't it? Anyway, let me see if I can just move her. Well, shield wouldn't have helped me there either. Well, think I'm probably dead. I might as well just go out in a blaze of glory. Yep, there you go. There's the blaze of glory for you. Isn't that wonderful? That's absolutely wonderful. Alright. Well, let me see if I can shoot a couple of the enemy here. Oh, nice damage. Oh, nice damage again. What? How is he doing that? Wow, that's pretty cool. Okay. Yeah, I guess I actually forget how effective bows can actually be. You know, I kind of forget that over and over again. And once again, Mengus not equipping his shield. Not equipping his shield in the least. And hopefully I'm going to be able to... Yeah, take him down. There we go. Hopefully I'm not going to die too easily to another couple of these guys. I just want to kill a couple, you know, a couple of them. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to kill thousands, but I just want to kill a few of them just because it's fun. You know, it's fun to fight. It's fun to fight. That's the name of the game. And unfortunately, it feels to me like we're... Yep, that is indeed the end. So I didn't get an opportunity to fight a little bit more, which is sad, but that's just how it goes, I guess. And there you go. Istiona getting a couple of kills right here, and actually leveling up her athletic skill quite nicely. And we can just speed things up, because I believe that is the end. We got people running around randomly over there, very funnily enough. Not entirely sure what's going on with them, but there we have it. Easy enough, easy enough. Now let's see how much renown we're going to get once we have eliminated all of the forces in the keep, because that is going to be the final stand for the opponent. And I didn't even see how much, because I just clicked it off. Oh yeah, I'm great, aren't I? Yes. Ah, that's wonderful. Oh well. I guess it doesn't really matter, you know. We're going to gain the renown anyway, so it doesn't really matter how much we get. Anyway, we need to make peace. No, you know, we have too many enemies. Are you serious? Who are the enemies? Mr. Gug, who are the enemies? Because as far as I'm aware, we don't have any enemies at all. We just literally have the one. Unless we have another war situation happening. And if we do have another war situation, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to force peace with them. I'm just going to offer them peace, and I'm going to pay however much it needs to make peace, and that's it. Because that's the kind of thing that we can do, you know? It doesn't really matter how they do it, but, you know, it just matters how we react to that situation. Anyway, does this actually have a really good prosperity? It does. Wow, crazy good prosperity, actually. All right, so Mengus, he's going to become one of our vassals. I need to speak to him and then give him Palermo. That is what we need to do. So let me actually just very quickly look here. Okay, they've got great... What? They have tier 3 on everything? I had no idea. Okay, that's actually crazy. That is really, really crazy indeed. Okay, that's very, very funny. Okay, so we're just going to convert some of these guys. And then I think what we're going to do is just going to make him... I wish to reward you for your services. You have shed your blood for me, and you deserve a fief of your very own. You can take this one, sir. And then you can become Lord Mengus. There we go. Oh, we have to select... Oh, dear. So wait a minute. Is this literally Mengus Ironbelly, or is this Mengus Ironbelly the Ironbelly? Is that what it's going to be? Oh, my... Steel Gut, because that's hilarious. All right, there we go. We got a little bit more charm skill as well, and I have no idea what he... Yeah, with Clan Steel Gut, I think that kind of makes sense. Oh well, there you go. And also, we do want to give him the castle as well. Actually, going to dismiss him from my army now that he is a vassal. And yeah, this vote is now coming in, and we're going to give the... What? What? Why is he not on the ticket? Okay, I'm going to give this to myself, and then I'm just going to reassign it to him. Hopefully I'm going to be able to do that, because I don't want this to be me. So yeah, I'm going to give this to Clan Steelgut, as you can see right there. There you go. And now he has 2 fiefs to look after. We do need to balance out our other vassals as well, by the way. So what we need to do is the person that owns Rome, we need to take this, and we need to take this. So these 2 castles, they are going to be given to the guy that owns Rome, and then we're going to move on, and hopefully that's going to be great. And then we'll hopefully be able to take over the Sultanate territory as well. Anyway, that is going to be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.